live. Yeah, we going live. Hey, we going live. Yeah, we going live. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
Hello, beautiful people.
Hello, hello, hello.
I am Jared, the football genius Burgess.
I am Stephanie Fitzpatrick, a.k.a. the Advantage Coach.
And this is episode 89 of the Field to the Real podcast.
Yes.
You know what? Let me quickly address something. Because one of my teammates got in the group chat the other day and was like, the football genius. Shout out to J-Boy. And then he put, something a little, to graphically say on the podcast.
Yeah, I could. Let me not say that.
So to you, J-Boy, if you're listening, and I'm going to post this as a clip.
Okay.
This was a name given to me.
That's right.
I didn't give it to myself.
That's right.
So shut up.
That's right. You got a problem with him being called a football genius? Come see me because I gave him that name.
Right. I'm going to send this especially to him too.
Please do. Please do. Tell him he can reach me at the Advantage Coach. No problem. We can talk about it.
Right.
Yeah.
But let's get into it.
Hold on. I got one thing.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Before we get started. It's okay.
Uh-huh.
Listen, everybody. First of all, I'm a horrible big sister. But and y'all just got to deal with me today. I have to wear these headphones that don't work for me. So I'm going to be doing this all the time. But I'm a horrible big sister because my brother's birthday was Tuesday. I don't know what I was thinking about. I had the wrong date. But y'all help me give my brother some love and some shout outs, please, for a happy birthday to you, Mr. Jarrett. So, yes.
I am getting old. I am 37
what
years
does that
old.
Mean? I bind that up.
Well, no, I'm not. Well, black women especially. Black women go backwards.
Okay, because I'm like,
at a certain age, black women just start counting backwards.
No, my little cousin said that to me. So you're just gonna stop aging? That's what you're doing? Like, if you think so, sure.
Man.
So I wanted to make sure, give you some love. I love you, brother.
I love you too. Thank you so much. All right. Let's jump into this Who's Really Right, because this Who's Really Right, I feel like our last few have been like us meeting in the middle almost.
Yeah.
This is huh?
I say, we ain't really been
right.
Yeah.
So, and this one's kind of another, because when we talked about it, we both were kind of on the same line of it, but I guess we were coming from two different areas to meet in the middle when we did. But this Who's Really Right is about Josh Gordan's reinstatement. And for those of you who don't know Josh Gordan, he was a wide receiver in the NFL. He came from Baylor University. He played on that team with Robert Griffin III.
Mm-hmm.
And he was drafted by the Cleveland Browns, probably the worst place he can go because he was a wide receiver with Johnny Manziel, who was battling his own demons.
Right.
And I'm not even going to dig into his background because that's a whole other story, but I guess it does lead to this. But since being in the NFL, he's had quite a few issues with sobriety. And so one of his last stints, he had played for the Seahawks with Pete Carroll, and he was suspended again.
Indefinitely.
And you reminded me
this was number 8.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking 6. So this is number 8.
So it wasn't, sometimes it was the team suspension, and sometimes I think he had 6 league suspensions and then 2 team suspensions. Yeah.
So with all of that, so we'll go with the number 8 because I feel like when the team suspends you, like they're probably trying to be proactive and not the NFL, suspending you.
Yeah.
Who's really right is, do we think it's a good idea for him to be reinstated?
Yeah.
And this is probably the area where we differed, but we came back to the middle. So
right.
As always, ladies first.
Not really, but okay. Okay. No, but I do not think this is a good idea at this point right now. And we've had this conversation about Antonio Brown, and my reasoning is simple. I feel like the league is failing these guys in that you just need the paper. You just need them out there to make the paper. You just need them out there because they're superstars. They're good at what they do and they bring revenue. You're not thinking in terms of the individual, the human, the person, the struggles that they're going through. Now, mind you, some of this with Josh Gordan has been about performance enhancing drugs, not just substances that are illegal. And so, but I feel like either way, it's an addiction. And just like I feel like Antonio Brown's situation is one of mental health issue, I feel like addiction is in the DSM as well. As a mental health issue. And therefore, I feel like they're failing them on the mental health side of this, in that you are essentially, listen, you were in education, I was in education, so we understand the terminology that I'm about to use. It is negative reinforcement. You are rewarding bad behavior. You are not allowing or thinking of these young men in terms of what is best for them. I know that people say, but they need that in order to, but I don't know about that one. I don't know. I feel like if you really want him to be a top-notch receiver in the league, help him get what he needs first before you bring him back. I'm not saying he should not be able to come back. I'm saying until you know for sure that he is truly on the road to recovery, because we all know that addicts are a day-to-day, addiction is a day-to-day battle. So it's not like you can just be cured from addiction. But when you know that he is strong and in a space that he is assuredly going to be okay when he makes that return, then that's when he needs to come back. So I feel like right now, and let me just say, I don't know what they've been doing behind the scenes. I know that, the Seahawks have been really behind this young man since they brought him in last year. I think I read Russell Wilson has been kind of like almost like a mentor, kind of trying to help him along. They really bonded, and he's really fond of him. And so I hope that we know Russell is a good guy. Josh is a good guy. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that Russell, has a pretty stable life that we know of. You know what I mean? And so I hope that his influence has been positive for him. There's no doubt about his talent. Like he posted video of him like working out or something. And like, saying he's ready, because I think he gets to play in week 15, their last two games. He gets to play because he gets tested today. And then he gets to start practicing Wednesday if his tests go back negative for the next 4 days. So, so for me, my care, where my heart is with all of this. I love the games. I love to watch football. I love all the games. But the human being is first and foremost, in my opinion, what matters most. And so making sure he's whole and healthy in all aspects of his life are what should be the priority.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I think where I come from with this, I'm certainly for the reinstatement, and this is kind of where our views parallel. I feel like like you said, there should have been some criteria that he needed to meet before being reinstated.
Well, it is a, I don't know the word they use, but kind of like a probationary reinstatement.
Right. Well, I mean, and more than just like being tested, right?
Yeah.
Because we know that athletes have been very candid about, being able to pass tests.
Yeah.
And so I think it has to be more than that. I think that, and we know that anything you do with I think he should be required to have some sort of counseling. And I think all of those things, like leading up to him being reinstated, like those things should be met. But afterwards, I think that there also needs to be some things in place in order to make sure that he doesn't have a relapse. Because like you said, with addicts, it's a day-to-day thing. Mm-hmm. And so he may have been on a straight and narrow for a year. And then, after a few weeks of playing football or a few weeks in this environment, he gets that feeling again. Mm-hmm. And so I think that he should be reinstated. I think it is a good idea. And one of the things, like, I think that we look at sports as a privilege, and it is, right? Especially when you're on the lower level.
Right.
At this level, though, it's a job. Mm-hmm. And actually, I don't want to make that point, because I think that making this point would absolve the NFL of doing anything to help him. Mm-hmm. So let me retract that, y'all. Mm-hmm. But to my first point, I just think there needs to be some measures set up for him to meet, and if he meets those, definitely should be reinstated. And you have to put some things around him. I know that I watch the Pat McAfee show all the time. Love that guy. But he talked about, when he had gotten the DUI, mm-hmm. and how he had gotten placed in the program with the NFL, and how they were on him constantly, like, randomly showing up at his house for tests. They would have somebody come to the hotel. I want to say somebody came to the hotel at like 2:00 in the morning to test.
That's right. Hey.
And so I think those things, like if those things are in place, not to say that they are totally a deterrent, especially for someone who is an addict, but it'll at least like help and alleviate,
it'll be some accountability, essentially.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
So
I see it, but you need a babysitter. We talked about this last night. I
mm-hmm.
mean, essentially, which is crazy to me, but because to your point that you stopped on your professional, it's your career, but you need a babysitter.
Yeah.
And it's maybe you have to pay for your own babysitter. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need a person that you just say, this is my accountability partner. I'm paying this person. You know what I'm saying? And make sure I stay on track, blah, 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 blah. To keep me, if I feel in some kind of, you know what I mean? Maybe he might have a sponsor, because that's kind of what they do. But you need like more than
professional.
That.
Yeah. That's with mm-hmm. you. I won't say 24/7, but
no,
it's with you the bulk of your time.
When you're not on the field, or in the weight room,
mm-hmm.
or sleep.
Right. Yeah. So that's why I was like, I'm sure that nobody wants to sit there and watch him.
No.
Watch him sleep.
When you sleep, no. Yeah. Right. You might
wake up in the middle of the night.
Room, right? No, we just playing. But it's like this is not. I don't know. I hope he does well. That's what I'm gonna say.
Me too.
I hope he does.
This time is different.
I hope he does. The same for Antonio Brown. I hope that this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, so y'all let us know what y'all think. Who's really right? Even though I don't even know if you can really.
Well, who's really right? Because the question we were on opposite sides of the question.
Yeah,
should he be reinstated or should he not be reinstated? Is it a good idea? And I say no, and you say yes.
I say yeah. So okay, so if you agree with Stephanie and you don't feel like he should be reinstated, let us know. And if you agree with me and you feel like he should with parameters, like then vote.
I ain't gonna be mad either way with this one. You know what I mean?
Neither, yeah. Because I just truly one of those I can understand both sides. Like, truly.
Yeah. All right.
Now put the cameras on me. 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 Put the cameras.